All right, so today we're diving deep into Trump Never Give Up.
Okay.
And this is not just a celebrity memoir.
Right.
It's Trump in his own words,
Absolutely.
talking about the wild ride of his business ventures.
Yeah, you really get a sense of his voice in this book. It's very much his own narrative, a testament to his resilience and a guide to his personal philosophy on success.
Yeah, and he kind of starts off strong,
He does.
taking us back to the early 90s.
Right back to the beginning.
A time when, believe it or not, he was facing some serious financial setbacks.
Oh, yeah. Billions in debt. Intense media scrutiny.
Yeah, it even landed a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records
Oh, wow.
for the biggest financial turnaround in history.
It's incredible. Talk about a comeback story. Everyone was predicting his downfall.
It's amazing.
But instead of crumbling, he shifts his perspective.
Right.
He sees it all as a challenge, an opportunity to prove the doubters wrong.
Yeah, it's like he thrives on proving people wrong.
He really does.
And he talks about how this near failure actually made him a better businessman.
Yeah, sharpened his instincts.
Yeah.
He doesn't shy away from those tough moments.
No, he doesn't.
He actually reframes them as crucial learning experiences, shaping his approach to risk and decision-making.
And that leads us to The Apprentice,
Okay.
which is really a story that highlights his very unconventional approach to business.
Completely unconventional.
His advisors were totally against it.
They thought it would tarnish his image.
Oh, absolutely.
Most CEOs wouldn't even consider it.
No, they would not.
But Trump trusted his gut and went against the grain, and it paid off big time.
Huge gamble.
Huge gamble.
Stepping away from the boardroom and into reality TV.
It's incredible that he had the foresight to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought?
Yeah, and then the show became a global sensation,
Global sensation.
catapulting his brand into like a whole new stratosphere.
Exactly.
And he says this in the book. He says that calculated risk-taking is essential for achieving significant success.
And that's a key takeaway here.
Yeah.
It's not just about taking any risk.
Right.
It's about recognizing opportunities that others miss,
Yeah.
trusting your instincts,
Uh-huh.
and having the courage to go all in.
Yeah, and he illustrates this through a series of projects
He does.
that were just riddled with like unexpected hurdles,
Oh, yeah.
like the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Chicago.
Oh, a classic example.
Oh, yeah.
Faced a ton of issues.
I mean, you had water leakage from the Chicago River to steal price spikes.
Right.
He even had to deal with noise complaints from the caisson installation.
It's amazing he was able to get through all that.
A construction nightmare.
Absolutely. But instead of getting bogged down by every single problem, he had this very strategic approach of differentiating between what he called blips and catastrophes.
So he's basically saying don't sweat the small stuff.
Exactly.
Focus on the things that could actually derail the project.
Yeah. Precisely. It's about maintaining momentum, not letting minor setbacks throw you off course.
Yeah, so we're already seeing some key themes emerge here.
Absolutely.
Resilience, calculated risk-taking,
Right.
and this real laser focus on the end goal.
And it's all woven together through these personal anecdotes, which is what makes it so engaging.
Yeah.
It's not just a dry recounting of facts and figures.
Right.
It's a story told through his unique lens.
And sometimes those stories are absolutely hilarious.
They are.
Like the one about the Trump Soho project.
Oh, I love that one.
Remember that cartoon they used to advertise the building?
Yeah, a skeleton with a comb over.
That's it.
Talk about turning a negative into a positive.
Yeah, but he faced huge pushback on that project.
He did. Strong community pushback.
Accusations of hidden agendas, even concerns about it being a terrorism target.
Yeah, but he persevered.
He did.
Focusing on the potential economic benefits the project would bring to the community.
Exactly.
And eventually, he won them over.
Yeah, it's a prime example of his tenacity
Absolutely.
and his ability to navigate like these really complex situations and achieve his vision.
It's almost like he's playing chess, always thinking several moves ahead.
He is.
And that brings us to the Woolman Rink renovation in Central Park.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about efficiency. The city struggled for 6 years
6 years.
to renovate that rink.
Unbelievable.
With zero progress.
And then Trump swoops in,
I know.
offering to rebuild it at no cost
Unbelievable.
in just 6 months.
Classic Trump move. Bold, decisive,
It is.
and ultimately incredibly effective.
Yeah.
He finished ahead of schedule and under budget,
Incredible.
turning it into a beloved community space.
And, it wasn't just about business for him. It was about proving a point.
Oh, absolutely.
He was basically saying, look, I can do what the government can't.
Right.
And it plays perfectly into his image as a man of action, a
Right.
problem solver.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
very aware of the image he's projecting, the narrative he's crafting.
Yeah. And speaking of image, he doesn't shy away from his failures either.
He doesn't.
Like, he talks openly about the Trump shuttle venture,
Right.
a time when he had to admit defeat.
Right.
He had this grand vision to, transform air travel.
Yeah.
But a perfect storm of, negative factors hit him.
Oh, yeah.
Labor strikes, a recession, skyrocketing fuel prices.
And he doesn't try to sugarcoat it.
No.
He admits he felt relieved when he finally exited the airline industry.
Yeah,
It's a reminder that even the most successful people make mistakes.
absolutely.
And sometimes knowing when to cut your losses is the smartest move.
And it humanizes him a little bit.
It does.
Shows that he's not afraid to acknowledge his missteps.
Exactly.
And it reinforces that theme of adaptability,
Right.
knowing when to pivot, when to change course.
Speaking of pivoting, let's talk about his acquisition of 40 Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
He snagged this iconic building for a ridiculously low price, just $1 million.
I know. It's like finding a Picasso at a garage sale.
Exactly. Most people saw a distressed asset,
Uh-huh.
but Trump saw potential, a diamond in the rough.
And once again, he goes against the advice of experts.
Right. They wanted him to convert it to residential,
Right.
but he stuck to his guns, kept it commercial.
And that decision paid off big time.
Oh, it
The
did.
building is now worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Exactly. It's a testament to his long-term vision.
Yeah.
His ability to see value where others don't.
So he's playing the long game,
He is.
betting on his instincts. And it often leads to remarkable results.
It does.
And he's got a whole arsenal of these stories.
He does.
Like the Trump National Golf Club in Los Angeles,
Oh, right.
which was literally built on a landslide.
I know that story about relocating those gopher tortoises is incredible.
Isn't it?
He turned a potential environmental disaster into a win-win situation.
Yeah.
It showcases his commitment to excellence,
Absolutely.
his willingness to go the extra mile.
Yeah, and he doesn't just throw money at a problem. He finds creative solutions. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
He's a master storyteller,
He is.
weaving humor, business savvy, and personal anecdotes into a compelling narrative.
And it's not just about entertainment, though.
No.
It's about making a point.
It is.
Each story is very carefully chosen to reinforce a specific theme.
Right.
To
Yeah.
build his brand.
Exactly. He's creating a carefully curated image of himself.
Yeah.
A self-made billionaire who defies the odds, challenges the establishment,
Right.
and ultimately achieves success on his own terms.
And he doesn't shy away from the spotlight,
He doesn't.
even when it means stepping outside his comfort zone.
Right. Like that time he hosted Saturday Night Live.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine the king of boardrooms, the master negotiator,
I mean,
suddenly thrust onto a live comedy stage?
it's a bold move.
It is one that most people in his position wouldn't even consider.
Yeah, but he did it.
He did.
And he did it with, a sense of humor.
Right. Remember the chicken wings skit?
Oh, I do.
He totally embraced the absurdity of it all.
He did. It shows a different side of him.
It does.
This willingness to be self-deprecating,
Uh-huh.
to kind of poke fun at himself.
It's a brilliant strategy.
Yeah.
Making him seem more relatable, more human.
Yeah, and it worked. People loved seeing this lighter side of him.
They did.
And it added another layer to his persona.
Right.
This sense of playfulness that contrasts with his often very serious demeanor.
Right. It's a masterful blend of self-promotion and entertainment.
Yeah.
He's not just selling a book.
Right.
He's selling a brand, a philosophy, a way of life.
And it's incredibly effective.
It is.
He knows how to capture attention.
Absolutely.
He knows how to tell a story that resonates.
Right.
To leave a lasting impression.
He's a master of persuasion.
He is.
A salesman extraordinaire.
And Trump, Never Give Up, is his ultimate sales pitch.
It is.
It's not just a memoir. It's a masterclass in branding, resilience, and the art of the deal.
Absolutely. And it's really interesting how he positions himself as this champion of the underdog. He's always battling against the establishment.
He is.
Fighting for what he believes in.
Absolutely. Like that story about the American flag at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, right.
The town council was giving him a hard time about the size of the flagpole.
Yeah, all those restrictions.
They're basically trying to tell him how he could display the American flag on his own property.
It's unbelievable. A classic case of bureaucratic overreach.
And Trump Trump wasn't having any of it.
No, he fought tooth and nail.
He even included a copy of the letter he wrote to the local newspaper
I remember that.
defending the flag and just calling out, like, the absurdity of the situation.
It was a brilliant move.
Yeah.
He tapped into this sense of patriotism,
Uh-huh.
painted himself as, like, the defender of American values,
Right.
while making his opponents look like out-of-touch bureaucrats.
And it's not just about patriotism, though.
No.
It's about challenging authority.
Right.
Fighting for what you believe in, even when the odds are stacked against you.
Exactly. He's constantly pushing back against the status quo,
He is,
railing against regulations, battling those he sees as trying to hold him back.
it's this us against them mentality.
Yeah.
That really resonates with a certain segment of the population.
Absolutely.
Those who feel like the system is rigged against them.
Right. He's become a symbol of defiance.
Yeah.
A voice for those who feel unheard.
But it's not all, fighting and battling.
No.
He also talks about the importance of giving back to the community.
Right.
Using your success to make a positive impact, like with the Jones Beach Project.
Oh, yeah.
His vision to, revitalize this iconic waterfront park.
Right. Create a beautiful space for the public to enjoy.
He was so passionate about every detail.
He was, from the landscaping to the materials used.
Yeah, he even wanted to use marble for some of the structures.
I know. He really wanted to create something special.
Right. Something that would stand the test of time.
And it's interesting how he kind of contrasts his grand vision with the concerns of preservationists
Right.
who are worried about altering the park's historic character. But he argues that he's not just a developer.
Right.
He's a custodian of history, someone who appreciates beauty and wants to preserve it for future generations.
And he does a good job of, weaving these seemingly disparate threads together.
He does.
Business acumen, aesthetic sensibility,
Yeah.
and a genuine desire to create something lasting and meaningful.
And he does it with that blend of humor and sincerity that's so engaging.
Yeah. Yeah, and he doesn't shy away from controversial topics either.
No, not at all.
Remember that chapter on firing people?
Oh, yeah.
He even includes a section with frequently asked questions.
Right.
And one of them is, do you like firing people?
Most CEOs would dodge that question,
Oh, absolutely.
but Trump tackles it head on.
He does, and his answer is classic Trump.
It is direct, unapologetic,
Yeah.
even a bit provocative.
It's that kind of blunt honesty that resonates with some people.
Yeah.
They see it as authenticity,
Right.
a refusal to play the corporate game.
But he's not always serious either. He throws in these hilarious anecdotes that just reveal a lighter side.
Yeah.
Like that time his wardrobe malfunctioned in front of 10,000 people.
Oh my gosh, he had to borrow his bodyguard's jacket.
Can you imagine?
But instead of letting it, ruin the event,
Yeah.
he turns into a funny story.
Right.
Way to connect with the audience
Yeah.
and show that he doesn't take himself too seriously.
It's a brilliant move.
It is.
It humanizes him,
Makes him seem more approachable.
more like one of us.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to poke fun at himself either.
Right.
Like that story about the cruise ship
I love that story.
where he accidentally wandered onto the wrong boat
I know.
and ended up partying with a bunch of strangers.
It just shows that even billionaires can have those awkward, relatable moments.
Absolutely. And it speaks to his ability to just go with the flow,
Right.
embrace the unexpected,
Yeah.
and make the best of any situation.
He's constantly reminding us that life is full of surprises. Yeah. And it's how you react to those surprises that defines you.
It's about adaptability,
Yeah.
resilience,
Right.
and finding the humor in the unexpected.
He also shares some valuable insights into business trends and strategies.
He does.
Like his early recognition of the potential in the international homebuyer market.
He was way ahead of the curve on that one.
He was.
He saw an opportunity to attract foreign buyers to New York City.
Right.
And he capitalized on it big time.
He even quotes Mark Penn,
Right.
well-respected analyst,
Yeah.
who credits Trump with opening up New York City to foreign investment in real estate.
It's a great example of his business acumen.
It is.
His ability to just, spot trends and capitalize on them.
And he doesn't just hoard this knowledge.
No.
He shares his top 10 tips for achieving your goals,
He does.
emphasizing the importance of focus, tenacity, and believing in yourself.
He's basically saying, if I can do it, so can you.
Right. It's a message of empowerment,
Yeah.
a call to action.
He's challenging readers to, step outside their comfort zones,
Right.
embrace risk, and never give up on their dreams.
He's a master motivator.
He is.
And Trump, never give up, is his manifesto.
It's a glimpse into the mind of a man who's achieved extraordinary success.
It is.
And it's filled with, valuable lessons for anyone who's willing to listen.
And it's not always just personal gain for him.
Yeah, you're right.
He really does want to leave a legacy.
He talks a lot about revitalizing neighborhoods, creating jobs, making a real impact.
Like with the Grand Hyatt Hotel at Grand Central Terminal.
Oh, yeah, that was a huge project.
That was.
A complete overhaul of a rundown building.
Oh, yeah. He faced so many obstacles.
It's unbelievable.
Financing issues, construction delays, asbestos contamination.
Yeah. It's really amazing he was able to pull it off.
He did persevere, though.
He did.
Secured the partnerships he needed.
Yeah.
And in the end, he created this landmark hotel that really helped revitalize that whole Grand Central area.
Yeah, I remember when that building went up.
Oh, yeah.
People had a lot of strong opinions about that mirrored facade.
They sure did.
But now it's, like, iconic.
Oh, yeah.
A staple of the New York City skyline.
Absolutely.
And it's a good reminder
It is.
that sometimes you have to go against the grain
Yeah.
to create something truly extraordinary.
Absolutely.
And for Trump, it's not just about creating, beautiful buildings.
Right.
It's about creating value,
Yeah.
leaving a positive mark on the world.
He sees himself as a builder,
He does.
a creator, someone who is shaping the future.
And he's always pushing the boundaries,
Oh,
challenging the status quo.
absolutely. He even has a whole chapter on how to de-stress.
Oh, yeah.
And one of his tips is to just give up on complainers.
That's so Trump.
That's classic Trump.
He's not going to waste time
Yeah.
on negativity
No.
or let naysayers hold him back.
He's all about solutions,
Yeah.
about moving forward
Yeah.
and achieving his goals.
He has this incredible drive, this unwavering determination to succeed.
Absolutely. And he understands the power of self-promotion,
He does.
building a brand.
He's not afraid to brag a little,
Mm.
highlight his accomplishments.
He even has a whole chapter about taking a lesson from Muhammad Ali, know when to brag.
So he's basically saying, if you've got it, flaunt it.
Exactly.
He's proud of what he's achieved,
Yeah.
and he's not afraid to let people know it.
He's not, and that confidence is contagious.
It is.
It inspires others to believe in themselves and reach for their dreams.
He's a true example of the American dream,
He is.
a testament to hard work and determination and never giving up.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What can we take away from Trump? Never give up.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest takeaways is that success isn't just about talent or luck.
Right.
It's about mindset.
Yeah, it's about believing in yourself, being persistent, focusing on solutions, and never giving up on your goals.
Exactly. He's given us this roadmap,
Yeah.
a set of principles that we can all apply to our own lives.
Yeah.
He's shown us that no matter what obstacles we face, we can overcome them
Right.
if we have the right attitude.
And he's also reminded us that success is not just about personal gain.
Right.
It's about making a difference.
Yeah.
Leaving the world a better place than we found it.
Absolutely. So as you go about your day, remember the lessons that we've uncovered in this deep dive into Trump. Never give up.
Good advice.
Embrace challenges, stay positive, and never, ever give up on your dreams.
Who knows, maybe someday you'll be writing your own book
You never know.
about how you turned your biggest challenges into triumphs.
Exactly.